It seemed like we are under a spell, bro. Sis, you. I'm talking like the nation, bro. I said it again. It's like the subconscious wise. It's like it correct me if I'm wrong. It seemed like so many people are in the same state of mind. And somebody asked a good question once. They said, what is the spirit that has so many people following the same thing? Like, you know how, like, we are all individuals. Everybody have their own mind. Yeah, we have common interests. It's possible for X amount of people to have an interest in the same thing. But it's like the masses, even my mind. I'm a strong-willed person, so I don't let the narrative sway me. But even then, it's like the things that's promoted or that has been made normal, they even mess with my subconscious and it frustrates me. Like, for instance, we all know I like to make music. The narrative goes, basically, it tells us that whatever we do, we should be making money. Because that's the hot word of the times. When, although I already proved it, money is not everything. Structure is more important than money. Money is not the issue. We've been getting money for generations. Nevertheless, as I was saying, even what's promoted even messes with my subconscious. Like, I don't like that. Thank God I still have, like, my own mind. But again, let me just get to the point. I like to make music. When I'm making music, I don't want to think like, oh, I should be making money on this. If that happens, good. I have no issue with that. But I don't want to feel like I should be, or I don't want to feel like when I'm doing music, the sole purpose is to get money, because that takes away from the art. But society has drilled that into people so much, and the people conform to what we're told to do by these invisible people. They listen to that so much to where they rebuttal it. They or not rebuttal it. They repeat what's said or what's given to us. Like Christmas. We wasn't thinking about Christmas till they gave us that holiday. Now everybody, there's people be putting others down who don't celebrate Christmas. I, myself, don't feel the need because we don't gain nothing from that. All in all, though, that has been drilled into our minds so much, and people conformed. They don't question things, so they just go along. They repeat what's said, what's given to us, and now those like myself, even though I don't go along with that, it still is like it tries to find a way into my mind to where, like, I find myself thinking like I'm doing something wrong because I don't want to celebrate it, but I got to remind myself that's stupid. I can do it if I want. There's a reason why I don't. Nevertheless, it's like, my point is, it seemed like we are under a spell or something. Like, have you noticed, or can't you see, it's clear as day, how many people go along with the same things? Even new stuff. It's like, like we catch wind of something new, and next thing you know, the majority is going along with it. Like back in the days, in the 2000s. When G Unit was out and they was wearing baggy pants and all that, I wore baggy pants. Now you could miss me with all that trendy stuff. Like, it's not catching me. I was young then. But it's like older folks still is falling for these things. Feel how you feel, but I've noticed even Christians go along with these trends in the narrative. Although Christ said, be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. When somebody who, you can't even enlighten, we all don't know everything. There's plenty of Christians out here who has been a Christian for a while. They know a good amount, but they don't know everything. I don't know everything. But it's like when you try to, you can see them doing something that's against the scriptures. I don't see how, if somebody seen me doing something that's against the scriptures and they brought that scripture to me, I will read it and I'm going to say, oh, I didn't know that. But it's like so many people who say they follow Christ, you can't do that with them. They not hearing nothing. Like you trying to down talk them or something. Either way, it seemed like that scripture is skipped. Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Simple things like Christmas. It says, learn not the way of the heathen. And then it goes into how they cut down the tree from the forest, etc. They deck it with silver and gold. They fasten it down with nails and hammers so that it move not. They say, learn not the way of the heathen. But those who say they follow Christ, even then, still celebrate Christmas. I can't tell you what to do you? But my whole point for saying that is back to the first scripture I said, be not conformed to this world. It's like we shouldn't really have a word to say about those who are in the world and don't follow Christ. But those who follow Christ, if you tell me that you do, clearly I'm gonna have some concern for you to see that you're doing something against the scriptures. I'm not gonna try to force you to do nothing. You have your own mind. But it's like, you can see somebody going against the scriptures who say they're for the scriptures, and you go to teach them that, and they look at you funny. So like they want to conform to the world. Again, with this money thing. Bro, it's like people is under a spell. That's all I can really say. Everybody's saying money, 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 money. Like, we've had money for generations. I said this already. I made a video earlier down my post or whatever. But it's like we had money for generations. Money is not the issue. Have you noticed that the rich man, even the rich man, still chases a dollar? Even the person who is wealthy still chases a dollar. Clearly, the dollar don't really solve much. It's beneficial, of course. It helps, especially in the system. That's the only way we could buy things, really. And we could get a little items and all that. But overall, the dollar don't really solve nothing. It's our lack of structure, our lack of knowledge, our lack of understanding, how we can utilize it better, how we can come together with the sense that I have, the sense that you have, the sense that they have. I'm talking everybody who is for each other, not the world, of course. Because there's, for every equal, there's an opposite reaction. There's people out here who want peace. There's people out here who want chaos. So clearly the world is not meant to be as one. We know how that went with Babylon, right? Nevertheless. So To say you follow Christ is basically saying you're for peace. But if the world is corrupt and you say you follow Christ, yet you're conforming to the world, if you go along with something corrupt, wouldn't you be corrupt yourself? If you hear something and it's a lie, whether you know or not, and you spread that, aren't you spreading a lie? Whether you're aware or not. Somebody else can say, yo, that's not true. But you already spreaded it to 50 people. Did you not spread a lie? But again, it's like as long as it sound good, it's like we're under a spell, bro. Call me extra. I really don't care. Cause I'm like I be having so much to say. And I try to find ways to say it to where I don't, it's not about hurting nobody's feelings. I just I'm not out to do that. And people seem to get offended very easily, which I can't stop that all the time. But I'm also looking at how everybody seem to say what they want to say. But when I bring like a little bit of logic, like I'm saying facts, you don't got to speak facts if you don't want. Respectfully. I'm not talking directly to whoever might be listening, but I'm just talking like to the masses. Whoever speak, they can speak what they want. They don't have to speak factually. But don't get offended when somebody, not even myself, anyone, comes around, they speaking facts. I don't know everything. I'm not the smartest man in the world. I don't care to be that. But we have little knowledge. The reason being is because so many people are conforming to the same thing. We not even getting different branches of knowledge. Everybody, the majority has the same mindset these days. Like we're robots, bro. And people say, oh, they got their eye on the actual robots that they saying, we don't want that to take over the jobs, but we should be worried about ourselves turning into robots. The way I see it. Cause again, I'm not all that. I'm not extra thorough, whatever. But when I come around with my different words, it's rarely considered. It gotta be dire. Then by that time, it's like, nigga, excuse my language. It's like, do I even want to say it now? I tried to tell you. I'm not the only person that feel like this. And I'm not a hateful person. I'm not spiteful. I really don't. I feel some kind of way for the children. Because what they're growing up into. I'm going to share that video that I mentioned about the generational curses, which I always talk about. But over the story, we're conforming like crazy, bro. And we conforming worse and worse. Like, it used to be the gangster rap. Now it's drill music. What's next? That's just one example. It's like we're under a spell. And those who would have some kind of voice to tone that down, they not really speaking. They're going along. They might not be making drill music, but it's like they turn a blind eye. They focused on money. Money, money, money. So it's like, that was my whole point though. It's like the world is under a spell, bro. And it tries to get into people like myself. It tries to get into our minds. No disrespect to those who are weak-minded, to put it bluntly. Like, I mean, I don't know what else you could call that. Who aren't very strong-willed. I'm not flawless. Let's remember that. But it's like it's hard to even be of benefit to people these days, because most people, they just want to hear what's common. And that's another reason why these generational curses is just, we used to be a little more intricate than this. Now we're like robots. Tell me, correct me if I'm wrong. Cause it, like, I be thinking about this. Like, I be having stuff to say. I could barely say it because I really don't care if nobody don't accept it or not. I gotta check. If I say it to you and it's not for you, that's that. But that's often is the thing. It's like, it's often not taken into consideration. I got to talk about something that's trending. And people seem to know about that. Like, oh yeah, I did hear about that. Like, the whole town talking about that. What, like what's over there? We looking over, everybody looking right there. Like those are decoys. When something going on behind the scenes, we not even checking over there. We so honed into this one spot. This is how all this stuff keeps slipping by us. Like, but correct me if I'm wrong.